Get ready to dive into a world where empires stand on the brink of war and terrible monsters tear at the fragile borderlands of men. The Adventurer-Conqueror King System Imperial Imprint, or as we like to call it, Acts 2, is now live on Kickstarter. Acts 2 is the new edition of the acclaimed best-selling fantasy role-playing game. You'll find everything you need to enjoy epic fantasy campaigns with a sweeping scope. Whether you want to crawl through dungeons, experiment with alchemy, crossbreed monsters, run a merchant emporium, raise an undead legion, or even conquer an empire, Acts 2 supports your playstyle. Acts 2 integrates experience point mechanics, making campaign activities a seamless part of the core gameplay loop. Your character levels up in new and exciting ways each time you play, adding massive replayability to each of your adventures. Acts 2 offers 18 character classes, 378 spells, new combat mechanics, and so much more. Support Acts 2 on Kickstarter today.
Knocked Prone is a clean, chaotic, and deep podcast for D&D nerds. Find more ways to support our show in the episode description.
Last time on Knocked Prone.
I am polymorphing Granny D into a grasshopper. What the are you doing with Granny D in my space?
I knew I could get us somewhere safe, and this was the first place that I thought of. Maybe you could help us.
Who gave her the purple goop?
The big bonito.
With a little extra purple goop, she hardly has a brain for herself. I have an idea, but I'm not sure if it would work. I'm going to smash Granny D with my foot. We need to complete a purifying ritual 3 times successfully in order to tame the purple goop. Granny D's scales are impervious to the ritual, so I'll need a conduit inside Granny D's stomach for me to be able to channel the ritual.
I want to try to just leap into her mouth. I get slapped down. Blood starts to fill my eyes. Rage. You see Kobo's body start to shake.
The curse, the hag Litzy placed on you. You see a sea of kobolds surrounding you, and the big bonito seems to be the reason that they have died.
Growing larger and larger, entirely turning red as pincers come out, and he becomes a Hulk crab, taking one claw, grabbing him, holding him up, taking the other claw, grabbing the lower half of him, and just tearing the big bonito into 2 pieces.
You now realize that you are the king of the bullywugs.
Embracing the madness within him from Litzy's curse, does a princess wave.
Whether you're a halfling, a giant, or somewhere in between, round the table with your friends, playing Dungeons and Dragons. And if life ever knocks you down, your dice will surely turn around. Roll your stats, it's time to quest. Let's put your characters to the test.
We're going to join back with you guys. Selene and Zag, you guys are partnering with Litzy to try to complete this ritual to basically calm the purple goop chaotic energy inside of Granny D. Grom, speaking of inside Granny D, you are in the throat of Granny D, heading towards the stomach, taking damage on Granny D's turns, but Zag, with Granny D's turn just ending, you are up. What would you like to do with your action?
Okay, so Litzy's close by.
Right.
Considering our past failed attempt to perform the ritual, Zag is going to put a hand on Litzy's shoulder and cast Enhance Ability and give her Owl's Wisdom, so she has advantage on all wisdom checks. Baby Shadowthorn will give her a pat on the back.
Wonderful.
And then I think that's where I will probably end my turn.
Okay, Grom, you are inside of Granny D's gullet. What are you doing?
Feeling the ice engulfing me, I am going to...
That's creeping up on your arms.
Put my hand on myself and cast Cure Wounds. My last spell for today.
Is this every other time you've casted Cure Wounds, you slap somebody
Yeah, exactly.
Wake up!
Wake up, but to myself.
To my arm that's starting to go numb. I'm just wake up! Wake up! It's not that cold! 6 points of healing from that, and then I'm also going to use my bonus action to use my second wind feature to try to regenerate some more health.
Gotta tank it, Grom.
So 17 points from that, so...
Wow. So 23 points regained, which is exactly how much she dealt to you last round.
That's great.
That's super awesome. All right. You are feeling stable as far as that spell slot goes, but you are now realizing that your magical abilities are starting to dwindle, and with that, is that the end of your turn?
Yell out. You'll just hear a muffled scream from inside Granny D. Can I come out now? 1 more second, bud. Celine's hiding. We gotta find her.
And with that, Litzy is up. I'm going to need each of you to do me either Arcana, Religion, or Medicine checks. And since there are 2 of you assisting Litzy, the DC for this will be 15.
I'm scared to be the first one to roll it.
Go ahead, Alec. Go ahead. You start.
You have to roll like 3.
I know.
Okay, how about you do Selene first?
Okay, I'll do
and
Selene
then I'll
first.
do Zag, and then you do both Litzy's.
Okay, Selene, which has a +3. 12.
A 12 will fail, but you only need 2, so that's all right.
Yeah, I was gonna say this is way more pressure now. Alec is trying to summon all of his inner magic right now. 14.
Oh, do you have anything to add to that? Because
I already used Kobo's Bardic.
unfortunate. So with
This is
2
so scary.
failures, Grom, unfortunately, you're going to take some more damage.
I'm gonna roll as Litzy anyway, right?
Nat
Just
20s?
for
If you get a
fun.
nat 20, I will count it. That
you
is
have advantage.
that is the only thing that you can roll that will count as 2 successes.
I got an 18 for my first one.
An 18, that would have passed. Come on.
And a 15.
Unfortunate. So, Grom, you are going to take minimum damage for 10 points of cold damage.
Okay.
And 10 points of bludgeoning damage as her throat constricts around you. But that will be the end of Granny D's turn. Zag, you're up again.
Okay, Zag will pull out his gift from Grom, the bell that makes no sound, give it a nice silent jiggle to give himself advantage on an upcoming check. And then I will cast Healing Word on Grom. Do I have to be able to see you? Let's see. That I can see within range. That's not going to work, is it? What are you at, Selene? Are you still, dying?
I am at 1 hit point.
All right.
You know, Zag, that you need 3 passes in a row in order for this ritual to work. If you get 1 more fail, it will restart the ritual all over again.
So then what happens?
Nothing, just Grom will take more and more damage every single round.
Oh.
Until he dies in the stomach.
So you need 3 passes
Positivity.
before you get 3 fails. You've done 2 fails so far.
Okay. We'd have to successful do it 3
3
rounds
times in a row.
Okay, and I've got the spell slot. Okay, so then after...
Without Grom dying.
Okay, so instead, after giving that bell a nice little jiggle, Zag will kneel down and cast a Mass Cure Wounds.
Okay.
And that does not need to be within sight. So it will affect Litzy, myself, Selene, and Grom. Will gain 3d8 plus my spellcasting ability modifier of healing.
Wow. Okay, roll it.
Sick magic light is just gonna fly out in all directions from me, like Jack from Jack and Daxter. Dark jump.
Yep.
Dark jump down.
Dark jump with
Healing
light.
energy flies.
Light Jack.
3d8. Light Jack, yeah.
Grom, you are kind of feeling alone in the throat of this dragon, but as you feel the light of Zag kind of envelop you, you feel a lot more bolstered. And how much
that'll
do you
be-
heal everyone for?
22.
Okay.
Wow. Okay, so we're in the green for Grom. You don't even worry about him.
Nah, he'll be fine.
That is going to be Grom. Your turn.
At this point, I'm just gonna attack Granny D from
From the inside of her
From the
stomach.
inside, yeah.
So
Yeah.
you dive deeper into her stomach. You have now made it to the stomach. A bunch of stomach acid and cold bile is going to surround you as you enter into the stomach cavity of Granny D. And what are you doing for your attack?
I am just going to throw myself against whatever wall is in here, and just be punching, kicking, clawing at it, and unarmed strikes.
Since you are on the inside of a dragon and are not attacking the scales, I will give you advantage.
Oh,
Yes.
advantage. Okay.
Yeah.
Maybe we should start attacking when we get a chance.
Mason's thought right now is if this ritual doesn't work, we need to knock her out
After
so that
this-
we have
Yeah. At
something
first it
else.
felt
So
impossible, but now
one
I
more
realize
try?
it's going to take a while anyway.
You need 3 successes without 3 failures, but currently you have 2 failures.
Oh, that's good news.
Can I take my turn to shoot at Granny D, but then also do the ritual?
Yeah.
Okay.
So a 22 to hit
A 22 will hit.
and a 22 to hit.
22 won't hit. I'm just I changed the rules. She'll cast shield.
Only on the second attack though.
Do we have to be close to her to cast the ritual thing, or can
You
we
have to be in the ritual circle.
Okay, so basically distance spells or nothing.
So I rolled a 5 for both, so that's 30 points of bludgeoning damage total.
Okay, wonderful. Everyone on the outside of Granny D watches as her rolled back eyes wince. She looks like she's having the worst cramp of her life. Is that the end of your turn, Grom?
I'll use my bonus action to do my second wind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Heal it up. Heal it.
Okay, that's
There we
another
go.
18. Grom's actually gotten healthier from being in Granny D's stomach, so
You're starting to get used to the bile of the stomach.
It's weird at first, but afterwards, it's kind of relaxing and
ice bath.
Like an ice
soothing.
bath. Yeah, it sucks at
There's
first.
nutrients in there.
Reminds you of the mines, man. It's cold,
Oh,
it's
a
dark.
snack, and
It's like back working for Ascended in the mountains.
As you're kind of feeling better, I mean, things aren't looking the best right now. You have to get 3 passes in a row, or else your passes will reset. But we're going to jump over real quick to Efimia and Kobo. Kobo, you're standing in this victory circle. People are congratulating you for ripping this bullywug in half and claiming your place as the rightful ruler now of the bullywugs. And Efimia, you're able to come congratulate Kobo as your polymorph ends. You now despawn out of your crab form. The remains of the Big Bonito fall next to you, and you are being surrounded by kobolds and bullywugs alike who
I'm
are
assuming
cheering
the
you on.
blood madness fully fades.
Yes.
Okay.
As your enemy basically dispelled, you are able to kind of shake yourself out of blood madness.
Kobo will kind of like look to the crowd and the battle is won. We need not waste this life. And I'll look to Efimia. Can you revive him?
Efimia is already kind of despondent in this moment because she still does not know where Selene's body went.
Yeah,
It's fine.
you have no idea whether or not your friends are okay. The dragon
No.
has disappeared with all of your friends.
Yeah. So she has no idea what's happening outside of this moment. So that's more so honestly like where her internal focus is. So as Kobo turns to her, she goes, Kobo, why would you want to bring him back? Selene's dead because of him.
That's why I agreed to do this. Is I figured if he's revived after, that it is fine that I killed him. I understand, but his power is greatly diminished now that he is not leader of the bullywugs.
He doesn't deserve to be brought back.
I can't have this on me.
Kobo, even if I wanted to, I couldn't.
Why?
There are too many pieces for me to bring him back.
Oh. And like Kobo for the first time is gonna start looking around at the carnage.
Yeah, it looks like a middle school dissecting frog day. There is frog bits everywhere.
Wow.
Okay, I see.
I'm sorry, Kobo. It can't be done, but just know you didn't do anything wrong. He was not good. I understand that there were a lot of circumstances to where he ended up, but
A little quieter rather than like so the whole crowd can hear him now. Like, well, let's just hope someone less deserving of this never finds their way on the other side of my red eyes.
Ooh.
As you are thinking about the heavy weight of having this throne cast upon you, especially since you never got your blood madness cured and now you're just having to cope with it. In fact, you're kind of using it to your advantage. One of the bullywugs steps forward and says, "We are here to present to you your crowning of being the leader as has been passed down from generation to generation, from bullywug to kobold, I guess. And, well, we're excited to have you as a leader. The Big Bonito as a pet to Granny D was not fulfilling his duties in assisting the Seldarine Avengers in the up maintenance of the Seldarine Casino that used to be the Seldarine headquarters, as well as he was not doing his duty in protecting the land from danger. As you might have noticed, the kobolds and goblins are fighting against each other. That was kind of his whole deal, to promote peace, and well, he wasn't doing it, so welcome to the team."
Yes, I hope that this newfound joined coalition of kobolds and bullywugs will be able to give us enough of a strong hand to actually move towards peace in this region.
wait, did you say the Seldarine Avengers?
Yeah, the Seldarine Avengers kind of teamed up with the bullywugs a long time ago. You see, legend has it, the Primordials used to fight against each other in a world that looked very similar to our own, and they kind of like kept each other down. I don't know if you've ever experienced like elementals fighting against one another, but they kind of need a peacekeeper in the middle. If you insert a peacekeeper, it kind of allows them to work together to accomplish better goals. And it seems that the Seldarine thought this goddess or kind of demoness named Vecna came in and told the Primordials that they shouldn't be fighting against each other, element versus element, but instead they should team up against, well, our planet. For the sake that the Primordials might be able to take the resources from our planet and live more coharmoniously with one another now that they have 2 planets to live on, especially under the control of Vecna, who kind of keeps the peace. And that's what's brought the Primordials back to our world, and that's why the Seldarine had to go up into the atmosphere.
How do you know all this? Like, I just barely heard about all this.
When the Seldarine left, they put the Big Bonito in charge of making sure that everything Seldarine was kind of like ship-shape. But then Granny D captured the Big Bonito and made him as her pet. And so it kind of just like underwent not being done, and then a casino popped up, and it was really unusual. But us Bullywug had to stay vigilant. We were the lore keepers for the Seldarine after the Seldarine left.
Well, this comes at good timing. I'm glad that is your original purpose, because we have found ourselves intertwined with the, what was a casino already, and in fact, it is now prepared to become again the headquarters of the Seldarine Avengers.
Oh yeah, did you take out the big machine there?
We should send men over there now to begin the process.
Yeah, we can, of course. At your word, my liege.
Have it done.
The frog will bow the deepest bow and then hop away, and a bunch of Bullywug fleets will dispatch towards the south.
Kobo, thank you for that, but I think before we head to the casino, we need to find wherever in the world Zag took our friends.
Do we have a way of contacting them?
I don't know where they went. I don't know if Selene's okay. I was going to revive her, and then he just took her.
My liege. One of the Bullywugs will jump forward. I was able to kind of get like a trace of where they went. I could send you in that direction, or at least you. And he points to you, Efimia.
Yes, absolutely.
With your order, my liege.
Yes, I think I need to get things set up over here.
You're not coming?
I feel like there's too much that needs to be done right now to establish how things are going to function. Hopefully they went to a safe place.
I hope so too, and take care of yourself, Kobo.
Let me know at your soonest convenience.
I will.
All right. Abracafragra. And then you disappear and reappear in the middle of Litsy's castle courtyard.
Whoa, you're in the middle of the action now.
And you see the ginormous Granny D towering over the party. You don't see Grom, and you don't see Selene because she's hidden, but you see Zag is linked hands with this half-hag, half-Rakshasa demon.
That looks so
and
bad.
casting a ritual.
That looks so bad.
With that, let's go back into the initiative. Selene, you are up.
Well, good news, because I'm about to pop out around the corner.
Great.
Surprise! I just come running up from around the corner.
Good, because she's about to tackle Zag.
So I'm running 15 feet forward to my little ritual spot, and I'm going to use my action to shoot her with a crossbow, assuming I can still do the check later. Yes?
Yes.
Okay, cool. That's a 16 to hit.
Does not hit. Unfortunately, you shoot a crossbow towards Granny D, who is wincing in pain from having a Grom Pepto-Bismol in her stomach. Is that the end of your turn, Selene?
That's the end of my turn.
We're going to go to Litsy's turn. Litzy is going to proc the ritual with her action. So I'm going to need Zag, Selene, and Litzy to roll me Medicine, Arcana, or Religion. Your choice. And the DC is 15. You need 2 successes.
All right, so here we go with Selene's roll.
Oh no.
It's another 12.
With a 12,
Hey,
that is a fail.
Is Efimia here now? Do we get an easier
Efimia's
DC?
there, but she's
there
not.
yet. He has no idea what
she's
is
not
happening.
in the ritual circle.
I'll get her in on it. I'll soothe it over.
And,
No,
Zag,
you need to do a lot of soothing, buddy.
You just
Zag,
wait. I got a
you
plan
need
for
a
that.
15 or higher.
18.
An 18, that is a single pass. You need one more pass to get a pass this round. If you mess this up,
If I ruin this,
I'm ready to mark the fail right now.
I think that Selene should die. And I should just leave this game.
As punishment, I quit.
17.
That passes.
Okay.
Yes.
Okay. And that's it.
That's it. That's all.
Wait. So I get a roll with advantage.
Good.
Anything special if I get a nat 20?
If you get a natural 20, I will give you a second pass.
Oh, dude.
Go for it.
No. I did get a unnatural 23.
Unfortunately, you don't get a second pass, but you are only 2 away now from completing this ritual. And with that, that is the end of Litsy's turn. Granny D winces as you complete one of these past ritual checks. And so her damage this round is going to be halved.
All right.
Grom, you would have taken 29 points of damage. However, instead, you only take 14 points of damage as you feel the blessing of Zag, Selene, and Litsy encapsulate you kind of like the giant hamster ball that Zag will cast every so often. And that is the end of Granny D's turn. Zag, you are up.
Oh, okay. Where's Efimia at?
She was in position to tackle you.
Where
she saw
on this little map here is Efimia?
Selene.
Efimia is about 25 feet away from where you are. You are like right next to Granny D. You are at the foot of Granny D.
Real quick question. If Efimia were to join the ritual, would her vote, or like her rolls count?
Yes, the DC would go from 15 to 12.
And we would have 4 rolls?
And you'd have 4 rolls.
And only 2 successes to get
3 successes.
Wait, 3 more or 3
No,
total?
I think that's
3
still good.
total successes.
Yeah, that feels much
3
better.
of
Still
4
better.
at DC 12 would be for 4 people.
Zach's gonna look over to Efimia and be like, Efimia,
And Efimia is going to look back and go, you!
you left Kobo. We're supposed to stick together.
Oh, you're telling me that now? Now you want to stick together? It's a little late for that.
It was all part of the plan. We've got
Grom's inside the dragon. You need to get over here right now. Get in the circle right now. Come on.
Fine.
Selene's okay. And Zach's gonna cast. Zach's gonna
Pops
cast.
out of nowhere.
Zach will cast Emboldening Bond on himself, Selene, Efimia, and Litsy. Baby Shadow Thorn will go over and give high fives to each one individually, and now we are linked together to get additional D4s per turn if we choose on our ritual checks.
Right, nice.
Then turn to Selene and say, my bad. And cast Healing Word.
Thank you.
6.
6. All
You
right.
heal for 6 points of damage as you feel camaraderie around you. And with that, Grom, you are inside the belly of the beast in quite literal terms. What are you doing with your action?
I'm gonna grab onto the edge of the stomach line. This sounds so visceral. And I'm just gonna start like doing my best to just climb my way out, slide down, and like hit the bottom, and then just angrily punch the side of it twice.
Okay, wonderful.
Natural 20.
That'll hit.
And a natural 19, so
Wow, double crit.
25 to hit.
Both will hit.
26 points of damage.
She is bloodied.
And I'm gonna
Oh
use...
man, maybe we should just kill her.
Since I crit, I'm going to use my second wind as part of that and expend one of my hit dice to heal myself 13 more points.
Okay, wonderful.
Then the second attack deals 15 more points of damage.
So you guys have in total dealt 135 points
Oh,
of damage
man.
to Granny D. She winces so hard, Grom, you feel her start to like retch as you are inside of her stomach dealing so much damage. She is going to need an actual Pepto-Bismol, not a Pepto-Biz Grom. But with that, Efimia, you are up.
Efimia is still trying to figure out what's going on, other than the fact apparently she can go ahead and attack this dragon again.
Get in the circle.
Can I hit her while I'm next to her and then go to the circle?
Yeah, you can.
Cool, because I have nothing that has distance.
Okay.
Not a single thing. Efimia is going to be petty and not run to the circle immediately because she's mad at Zag.
Get to the circle.
I will get there when I get there. Efimia is going to go out with her rapier and just have at it. She's like at the foot of Granny D, and she's just going to try to cut her tendons, pretty much.
Yeah.
Nat 20.
Will hit. So you're going to be able to double your damage as well as double any
All of the smite.
smite damage you do. So what level smite would you like to do with this nat 20?
I would like to do a 3rd level smite.
Okay, how many is 3rd level smite initially?
It is 4d8.
So that will be 8d8 plus whatever your weapon damage is will also double. You have
alright.
to roll 65 points of damage to outright kill Granny D.
But that was
Dude.
also only one attack. I get 2.
Yes, so go ahead and roll your first attack first. You might literally just kill her in one hit. Because
Okay.
you have 8d8.
I got 34, and that's before you times it by 2.
So that's 68 points of damage, which is more than enough to kill Granny D. Is this lethal or non-lethal damage? Are you killing Granny
Oh,
D?
she's killing Granny D.
Granny D, with 204
Oh my
hit points dealt to her,
dude.
falls to the ground dead. Grom, you feel the ice around you warm, and you feel much, much better as this dragon falls to the ground. Efimia, go ahead and tell me how you iced this dragon.
Okay, so obviously this is one hit. It is just going to be the coolest hit ever because she was going to go for the ankle, but instead she saw her opportunity because Granny D was like facing the other way. And so Efimia just like full on does a running slide with her rapier pointing up, just doing a full slice across the bottom. And then she comes out, sliding out from under her.
And Grom, you are burned from the
blade
dragon.
goes through Grom's legs.
Yeah.
while he's in a summit.
Grom, you fall out of the
Look at
bottom
that
of this
deep.
dragon as Granny D falls to the ground in a heap.
It's so cold in there.
Grom, why were you in there?
The ritual.
What?
Come on, guys, we can still do it. The ritual.
Sorry, my plan wasn't as successful as I thought. I've never tried it before, so... That was fun, though, wasn't it?
This is Litzy.
Oh.
The Savrasa.
Yes, it's nice to meet you. Thank you for doing that.
Selene, as Granny D passes into the afterlife, you have the opportunity to capture her soul in one of your tokens.
You are a literal angel for reminding me that I can do that.
I didn't know you could do that.
So I will be using my tokens of the departed as a reaction. When a creature I see dies within 30 feet of me, I can open a free hand and cause a tiny trinket to appear there, a soul trinket. And then the DM determines the trinket's form.
This soul trinket that you create is in the shape of a gigantic white dragon scale. And in fact, as you hold this dragon scale, 4 dragon scales, each with an embossing of each of your names, Grom, Efimia, Selene, and Zag, will appear in your hand. These trinkets cannot be destroyed in the way that most of your trinkets can. However, the departing soul of Granny D that now can commune with you. Oh yes, hello Selene. Oh, quite unfortunate that I had to die in order to give you my dragon's boon, but a dragon keeps by her word. My kobold armies should follow your lead, but Kobo could also take over for that as well. That would probably be good. He's higher up. A kobold is much more respected than a... What are you, a bird person?
Can I talk back? Or
Yeah.
Can anybody else hear this?
No, this is
Okay.
in your head. Sixth Sense style.
Can we hear?
I am not a bird person.
You can hear Selene say that.
I knew it!
Selene, that was ages ago.
I'm not even, I'm like tuning everybody out. I'm just staring at the ground.
Each of these is going to give each of your party members specific boons that will help them. For Grom, first, his critical hits will now be procced on an 18 and eventually 17 when he reaches the 15th level.
What does any of that mean?
His unarmed strikes will count as magical damage, and he can parry an attack using his reaction, giving him a plus to AC equal to his dexterity modifier.
Okay, I just want to throw out there, Selene will not be relaying this to anybody.
I'll text this to you guys. Selene, your scale will trigger sneak attack without having to have any of your other conditions met. And it will gain the ability to use your sneak attack twice in one round instead of once.
I don't feel like she needs us anymore.
As well as this boon will make you closer to the afterlife. You can now tap into speaking to creatures from beyond in the afterlife, as well as maybe have a higher connection power with high power creatures like, well, myself in my life, as well as maybe the Seldarine or Litzy even.
Great.
As for Efimia, her boon will provide her blade power that will give it a +2 to attack and damage rolls, as well as a reach of 10 feet. Speaking of feet, she will also gain the feet Sentinel.
That wasn't clear.
Yeah, thanks for explaining.
As Zag will get expertise in charisma saving throws, and when Zag uses his Strength of the Grave feature, he can immediately expend up to half of his hit points to regain those hit points immediately. And that is all. If you need any assistance, again, go ahead and use Kobo as my liaison. Reach out to me whenever you need. I am dead but never gone, Selene.
You're a really happy dead person.
Oh, I've been alive for, well, not as long as one might hope for an ancient dragon to be alive, but, well, easy come, easy go. The astral plane, I hear, is lovely this time of year. Oh, speaking of which, were you here a moment ago?
Yeah, you should check out the dance competitions.
What is going on with the purple light in the sky?
What?
I'm in the astral plane and the purple light seems to still be here.
Oh. I didn't notice that.
Creatures keep getting Revivify cast on them and they can't come back. What is happening, Selene?
I thought I was gonna contact you if I had questions.
So sorry. Anyway, toodaloo.
Okay, see you later.
And with that, Granny D will hang up her soul connection, and you all get these draconic boons for defeating a CR20 ancient white dragon at frickin' level, what, 12?
Oh my goodness.
Everyone level up. Everyone level up.
As Selene was just sitting there talking to herself, let me jump back over to my other character for a moment. Thank you for killing my only daughter, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.
You're what?
Yeah, I hope to see you never again. Toodaloo. And I'm just gonna walk out the door. Yes, Zach?
Does that mean you're letting me out of my contract?
Oh.
You'll never see me again.
No.
Oh. What would that take?
Something more valuable than the descendant of my best friend's soul.
Like what?
Present it to me, and I will consider it.
Wait, Litzy.
Yes, Zach?
I think you're the last person's help we need to defeat Vecna.
Oh, that. Sure, why not? As long as, this lovely lady, as I gesture to Efimia, is leading the army. That's the only way I'll feel good about that.
Leading your army?
Definitely leading all of you. That is my bottom line request.
That's okay with me.
I'll do my best to manage these ones.
Great.
Wait, you're strong, right?
I'll spit on my heels again.
Do you want to be stronger?
I always enjoy being a little bit stronger. I can't imagine you have anything that will help me with that.
And I'll rifle through my bag and pull out a large tooth.
This is a fang from ogre vampire that I killed. It will grant you his gift.
I will snatch it from your hands to just inspect it for a moment. I've actually never defeated one of these before. And you say it will provide me strength.
I think that's how it works. I was saving it for something important, and this seems to be it. I'll bring more, but please let that go. The only reason that he's in debt to you is because he was saving me, and that doesn't seem fair.
I'm gonna bounce glances between Zag and Grom.
Zag's gonna hold up a minor healing potion to add to the pot.
And this, I brewed it myself.
In all my years of plundering and torturing and fighting for power and items and treasure and plotting against my own kid, Granny D, I have yet to see a friendship quite like you two. I will take your deal.
Oh my
I'll look to Zag and, you're free.
I'm free. We're free.
We're free.
I swear, if you do not let me walk out the door, if you ask one more thing of me, I will come back and obliterate you all slowly. And then
Let her go.
I'm gonna turn and walk out the door.
Send out a little glare towards you two, just making sure you don't ask for anything else.
Zag is gonna sprint towards Grom, try to do a tackle hug. I imagine Grom doesn't fall down, but he's gonna try.
Roll off.
Roll a contestant.
Let's do it.
I don't think you win this. 27.
What'd you get?
An 18.
Litzy walks off into her castle, and you have now completed gathering of all of the people that you needed for the armies to defeat the Primordials.
Yay.
That Efimia, you happen to learn a bit more about, and how potentially Vecna is the thing that is keeping the Primordials from, well, ultimately destroying each other. And with that, I believe that is where we're going to end our episode for the night.
Woohoo!
My name is Cade, the host and dungeon master of this Dungeons & Dragons 5th edition adventure, and I'm joined here by the players to my left.
Alec playing Zag.
Mason playing Grom.
Danny playing Kobo.
Marissa playing Efimia.
And Brooklyn playing Litzy and Selene.
Woo! Hey, thank you so much, Danny, for joining us as a guest. Kobo was such a pleasure to have. Thank you also to Selene.
Thanks for having me.
Oh, thank you also to Brooklyn for guesting as Litzy. It's been very fun having both of you play NPCs that I have no control over, and thus the story has moved in directions that I'm very happy with. So we will see what happens next time. Gosh, this is going to be an awesome episode. So if you love this episode just as much as we do, go on over to patreon.com/knocked, and for as little as $2, you can help support our podcast. I mean, we have tiers up to $50, but if you can't afford $50 a month, you can consider $2 a month, $5 a month, $10 a month, $30 a month, or $50 a month. But Alec, would you go ahead and highlight the $5 a month tier on Patreon and what things come in that?
I would love to. $5 a month tier of the Patreon is the Himbo Squad. You get not only the Talked Prone early release episodes, but you also get access to the Himbo's Guide to Spellcasting, which I do bi-weekly, where I talk about dumb things I do and how to fix them, and how not to make the dumb mistakes I make. Right, Marissa?
Yes. Is it Marissa or Efimia yelling at Alec? You didn't know.
So don't be the Alec of your game. Subscribe to the $5 Himbo Squad and learn how not to do what I do.
As well as you get access to our Patreon only section on Discord, which has been popping off lately. So thank you to our Patreon supporters, patrons like Lester, Big Car, and Todd Love. These three are members of the Kobo fan club. They were bullywugs rooting for Kobo the entire time. They had to wear some different jerseys to make sure that they didn't stand out though. Jim Bob, Christopher W, and Riss Just Riss. This was the group of adventurers who had tried to beat Granny D right before the champions of Greyhaven came in. Grom saw them in the stomach making a small campfire to kind of wait out to see if somebody else would defeat this dragon, so luckily our party did. Baron Battlebred, James Beckus, and Maceface the Destroyer. Members of the Fates who made sure that Efimia's dice rolled a natural 20 for that huge hit at the end. Katya Yamakawa, Poe, and Ograd of the Unknown. These three are the other spirits trying to get in contact with Selene, but she keeps hitting the ignore button. Arison, Dakota Storm, and Janlan, three higher-ups in the Badlands who are still waiting on Finch and Selene's wedding announcements to come in the mail. And last but not least, Kelric, who wants to remind you to listen to the Talked Prone podcast on Patreon. So if you want to join the ranks of these amazing patrons, you can go over to patreon.com/knocked. We hope that you remember when life knocks you flat on your back, all you gotta do is keep rolling, and we hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.